Ba-da-dum, bum. Ba-da-dum, bum. I'm just singing. Think, what's the lyrics?
You can't just jump out of the song on me like
this
that.
This is scuffed already. Also, do we look at the camera?
Were you doing the Adams? I don't know. I think you're not supposed to look at the camera, but this is a podcast, not a film set, so we're probably okay if we look at the camera.
Hey, this is our first time having a camera, and honestly, it makes me uncomfortable.
I feel like we'll get used to it. I'd probably get over it.
Just kind of forget that
forget
it's
about
there.
The camera, yeah.
Also, we don't really have a good place for it, and this room is literally the size of a closet. Let's give you guys a tour.
It's a good size closet.
We'll give you the tour while we're here. There's Genji.
Mm-hmm. He lives here.
Yeah, he. I was sick in this room for about a week after GDC, which we'll get into shortly. And the bed was right here on the floor. So every time I woke up in the middle of the night,
he was looming over
just Genji like this.
I've got the Chubgus, like the Arcaxer cutout we had from VRLA, or not VR, just Comic-Con LA. He's in the back corner of my room, not this room. I'm just gesturing for emphasis. And he scares the crap out of me about every 3 days. Yeah. Yesterday I moved it for a video, and he was just standing there, and I almost died.
Ellie came in here to get something from the closet. I usually warn her. I'm like, remember the Genji. She comes in the room and immediately just goes, ah!
I mean, yeah, no. If I hadn't seen him so often, and like flowers, if I hadn't seen him so often in our video calls, he would have scared the crap out of me. But yeah, I'm familiar with him at this point.
This framing is going to be weird. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to be on the corner.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just going to be on the corner.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. We literally.
It's like they're in this room.
You guys are over here.
Well, yeah, they're in the back corner of the room. They're kind of looming, but that's okay.
And I'm sorry, it's still messy because, like I said, this was
a very small room.
My quarantine room for a week. So
you're not a clean person.
All my stuff is still on the couch.
But you don't tidy up very
anyway,
often. Anyway,
welcome to the office, not the show. This is the podcast, and we're in an office.
This is Anthony's office. One half of the Overrun Games office. The other half is just my room.
Yep, and that's where we live. Anyway, we got some segments.
We got some segments today. We got some fun stuff planned. The music one, I feel like we might have to break on that.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
We'll practice,
especially once we have the hookups.
We'll get that
dialed in. Hey, maybe that'd be a good. What if we did a drinking night one?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I
get some.
Maybe just in general, we should just you and me jam a little bit. We'll get a feel for each other's jam. I'll taste your jam. You taste mine.
We'll taste each other's jam, and then we'll make a tradition.
We'll probably cut that part right now. Yeah. Anyway. Well, yeah. Once we get a little more practice together, I found out Anthony has a button on his keyboard that just arpeggiates automatically.
Yeah. But he thinks this is cheating.
So he is holding down a chord. 3 fingers, no movement, and it's arpeggiating for him, and it's just. The only part of playing a piano that's hard is doing the arpeggios, and he's not even doing that part. Also, I asked him to play me an E.
I don't know. I didn't know. Okay, to be fair, usually when I make a melody in Ableton, I choose a scale, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what are we doing? We're in major, and then
honestly, I think it makes it more impressive that you don't know what an E is, but you've recorded almost every song in Arcaxer.
And then I hide everything that's not in major. And then, I play some notes until they sound good.
See, and that's where that's our first big clash is I mostly play in minor keys and diminished.
Oh, no. Well, most of Arcaxer is also, the song I just posted, no, actually, the song I just posted was in,
I did remember when you were designing the fight song for the final fight.
Yeah.
I was like, put a diminished ninth on
there. That wasn't diminished. Also, I forgot, I apologize, I'm coughing, I still... Getting over that.
Yeah, let's get right into GDC.
Yeah.
So first off, let's just talk about the health aspects. We slept in the same bed on separate sides, and we drove in the same car for a total of 12 hours over 4 days.
Yep.
Anthony got extremely sick, and I was fine. So
that was not great.
Wasn't COVID. He got tested several times.
No, I got tested 3 times. I did 2 home tests. I did 1 lab test. They were all negative. So I think I had the donkey flu.
I feel great.
I'm pretty sure I had the donkey.
He keeps saying donkey.
Yeah, that's what it was. See, it's no one had it before, so I get to name the disease.
Oh, okay. So he invented a new flu, and instead of naming it after the animal that he got it from, which is man, he decided to go with donkey.
You want to go with man flu?
Well, that's true. Man flu sounds a lot worse. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Donkey flu.
I got the
is.
donkey.
Okay.
Anyway,
It was a good time. Yeah, we managed to meet up with a variety of other VR developers and influencers. Some people that we already knew, which was really cool. Through online, and there haven't been conferences for 2 years, so it was really nice to see some of these people that we've been talking to for 2 years.
Yeah. Also, this was our first GDC where we had a thing to show people.
We had a game that was like actually worth playing.
So
that was really cool.
The last GDC I went to, I think, would have been 2019.
I think we just finished quitting on Wave Magic. Yeah.
2019, I had my first prototype, and I had the quest before it was out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't allowed to show it to people.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
But I had it in my backpack, so I could, if I met someone important, I could be like, I got this thing.
It didn't happen though.
No, because people at GDC they don't actually want to see your game. They don't care.
No.
But it was the prototype. It was literally just
still gray boxes.
Yeah, it was before I even had a dungeon theme, so the dungeons were just like cubes. The main character, Aaron, did make the caster.
The caster, yeah.
So that's why in those really old videos, the caster is the main character.
Everything. The caster is everything.
So I was using the caster. All the NPCs were ashes from Wave Magic.
Yeah, that's true.
And the whole demo was just running around a dungeon, and then we had like the Buggle,
a floating hub.
Yeah.
Oh, the Buggle was so bad too.
We had the Buggle, we had the Imp, and we had the caster, and those were the only 3 enemies. And it ran like terrible. It didn't run good at all because I didn't know how to optimize yet.
Well, then I think there was like a whole at that point Unity just made a whole bunch of cameras and just threw them in there for you because it's like, oh, you're doing VR. You need more cameras.
I'm pretty sure it ran bad because there are like cameras in my scene that I didn't know were there.
I remember when you found that out, we got like 30 frames that day.
You cannot have 2 cameras active at the same time on the Quest 1. No. It does not work.
Don't like it. No.
But yeah, that was my demo, and I was trying to show people, and nobody wanted to see it, and I was sad.
That's okay.
Anyway, this GDC, we had the game was done.
Whole ass game.
The whole game to show people.
We've already gone through like 3 phases of marketing.
Yeah. We had the tack suit. I brought that so Aaron could try that out.
Yeah, the V-Haptics.
You pulled out.
V-Haptics suit, which we recently finished integration for. We still need to touch up one last thing in Steam. Yep. But yeah, it's fun. It rumbles real good.
Watch this. Ready? It's funny because when you put it on, you have to like reach behind you to boot it up. It's
like Iron Man.
It glows like that. It's very cool.
It's pretty fun. It is pretty fun.
I do like the suit. I don't have. There's arm pieces that go on the arms, and there's also.
Is there a faceplate?
Yeah, there's a faceplate. That's kind of the most important part of the game.
So you can strike you in the face.
Because you always get hit in the face.
Well, you can feel it.
You can get hit. And then I wish I had the arm pieces because apparently when you cast, B-Haptics gave me the haptic files, which are like. It does like the patterns you feel in your body when you do things. So like when you cast, it'll like go from like the controller to your arm and it'll like go up your whole arm.
Yeah, actually, I watched Alex designing something. We watched Alex design some of them, and it's a really intuitive app, and it was all like very visual. So that's so cool that it like trails down your body.
Yeah, so I wish I had all the pieces.
We gotta get the rest.
Yeah. Let's call Alex, be like, where's the rest of my pieces?
Say it politely because I'm trying to get him to watch this.
Where's my suit, Alex? I'm waiting.
But yeah, B-Haptics has been a lot of fun. Especially, price point's not bad. And then people like Ready Player One. It's good to have more.
More feelings?
Well, and then Anthony's favorite thing is he gets to say he's suiting up before he tests.
Which reminds me, the first thing we did, I keep turning around to the camera to talk to them like the audience is over here.
Yeah, they're over there.
But then, so like I feel like I'm
talking to you. Cool. We're having a three-quarter conversation.
A 3-way conversation.
I'm keeping them tied in, which I'm the middle child. I'm used to keeping everyone tied in.
Yeah. By the way, you guys see Aaron's dad's stash yet? Look at that. He's like a fireman.
I don't. I've got mixed feelings about it.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna save it down.
You guys tell me what you think. Is that better?
I think you should. I think you keep the mustache.
I don't know.
I think you go full.
I don't hate it. So this is a month's worth of work and not cutting it off by now, which means that if I want this again, I'd have to wait a month.
I was also thinking you grow your hair out.
I've been thinking. Well, I used to have hair down to here, and I just pushed it forward.
I think that with the mustache,
like the girl from The Ring, it was pretty awesome. I think the mustache and that hair makes me look like a serial killer.
Oh, that'd be good. You'd be like a Jesus type guy.
Well, no, I guess if I did like the part, yeah, but I wouldn't. And you remember It was just straight down, and
Yeah,
I brushed it in
yeah.
front of my face because
Yeah.
I didn't want people looking at me. It was
a long time ago.
Yeah, I should do that again. I'm thinking about it. It takes a while though. That's probably like 2 years worth of hair.
We can get you there. Excuse me.
We'll do a little poll. Guys, dash yes or no.
Yeah, we'll
Creepy hair.
We'll put
Yes
it
or
in
no.
Discord. What were we talking about before we
GDC.
GDC and
Okay, so we got to meet Alex and Skiva from Upload VR.
Yeah.
Super fun time. We got to say hi to Eric Masher from the Oculus Quest or Meta Quest 2 Facebook group. He's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
We got to meet a whole bunch of new people that we hadn't met before. I met Adam Bombardi once at Comic-Con LA. It was very much like a hi. And then we kind of, it was a busy weekend, but we got to spend a little bit of time with her this weekend. We got to meet Ashley Riot. She's from Pistol Whip, and now she's working with Inner Andromeda, who does a bunch of VR wellness stuff. So that's really cool. And we got to see the guys from Val. That was neat. We've been talking to them on and off for like a year and a half now, so seeing them in person was weird.
Yeah, it was cool seeing them. We the expo floor was really cool.
Yeah.
The first thing we were like there right when it opened, and the first thing I did was I ran to Owo Skin.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Cookie Sharks in our Discord.
Maybe.
Posted a video of it. I really wanted to try it, so I literally ran there. And they were pretty cool. So I tried out that demo.
Yeah, they were super nice. Anthony was the first test of the day.
Yeah.
I got some footage on our Twitter of him getting stabbed and stuff.
Yeah. I will say, it felt like, to me, that at least the bullets felt like I was getting stung by bees. Which does add a lot, because when you're like in an app where you had like a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
And every time you shot the gun, it would shock your bicep, and your arm would like recoil like that.
I mean, that right there
So
is
you're
kind of
just
worth the price of admission. The fact that it like gives real weapon feedback. So much VR is built around weapons. So like that was
really cool. Yeah. And then it also just makes you scared because like you don't want to get stung by bees. So
better than bullets, but yeah, it's still preferable. And then wasn't there one where like if you got stabbed, it like had a trickle blood effect?
Yeah, something like that. Cool. And then at the beginning when you start the app, you have like a crank, and that's your pain, and you set your pain tolerance in every area of your body, so like your stomach, your back, like your bicep. And you keep cranking it, and the pain gets hard, like more and more and more.
That's what you were doing, okay.
Yeah.
And then after the demo, one of the guys running the booth came over and said, "Okay, I want to turn it up to 10 and stab you in the stomach."
Yeah. First of all, I didn't want that. Aaron was just.
I did.
Aaron was just like, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna try some things," and Aaron was like, "Yeah, stab him on 10." I'm like, "Oh, no.
You gotta wake up somehow.
Yeah. So that was between my coffee and getting stabbed in the stomach.
You were up.
Yeah.
The worst part is like the first time he got a good reaction. The second time he was ready for it, and that was when I was recording, so he didn't twitch as much.
Yeah, I was ready for it then. I wouldn't say the stab and the turn felt like you were getting stabbed.
It was just sensation.
This is very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, yep, and that's a lot of bee stings.
Well, here's the thing. Let's try stabbing you.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll stab me, and then I'll
see apples and apples.
Compare notes. Yeah. We have so much to talk about with GDC, but I do want to take a quick break to do our new segment.
Okay.
The booster card opening segment.
And then we're gonna. So I work at a hobby shop, or I used to as a day job, and some of these things are weird. This is the My Little Pony trading card game.
Aaron just picked a bunch of cards.
The weirdest ones we had.
We have Yu-Gi-Oh. We have
Let's see if there's a trademark.
And I think it's just Munchkin.
Yeah, some Munchkin, and it's like from the trading card game. It's not an expansion pack. This is copyrighted 2013.
All right, so what are we gonna do? A My Little Pony?
Let's do My Little Pony. Let's open strong.
Wait, do we have what set is that? I feel like we need to open
this. This is from My Little Pony. It just says Premiere.
Premiere. That's it.
Yeah.
Do we have? We have Marks in Time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know anything about My Little Pony.
All right.
I apologize.
Knights. Okay, so Premiere is the name of the set.
If we have any bronies in here, I apologize.
I feel like they're used to anything that we might say. Okay, let's do Canterlot Knights.
Okay.
So it's 12-pack, copyright 2000.
We need to
this one's copyright 2014.
Every card you need to present to the camera.
Oh yeah. So this was tail end of the Brony fandom actually.
Okay.
Oh no, this was tail end of like the mainstream popularity. I think BronyCon 2019 was the last one. And I know that because Jenny Nicholson did a video about it. the last BronyCon. It was a pretty good watch. If you guys are interested in internet culture, the last BronyCon, a hell of a
Now,
doc.
I haven't opened a pack of boosters since college.
It's been a while.
When we played Magic.
I mean, first off, let's take a look at the back here.
That's a nice.
That's pretty fun. I'm into it.
That is a nice card back.
And then here's one thing that I did know. I've seen a pack open before. These have an insane amount of text on them. Anthony, you're a little bit closer.
So I will say the quality of the background art does not look good.
No, but it does look like. I mean, it looks like it's from the show.
It looks like they literally just took.
I think it might be
screenshots
from the show.
Yeah, from the show. So there is no custom art in this game. We got a Coco Pommel. That's the one I just showed to the camera.
Yeah. Let's see. I got a friend. No, I have literally no idea what. Are these all people? Is Steamroller a person? And she costs 3 apples to cat.
Oh, good. 3 apples.
Okay.
Is that a lot? Is that like mana?
I think it's mana, and I think so. We got apples, lightning bolts, butterflies, crystals.
We've got a swan song.
Got a diamond in here.
That's what I'm talking about.
A balloon, I think.
Where's
the mana?
Show that art to the camera.
Too many Pinkie.
A prim posy.
So this is my favorite one so far. Too many Pinkie Pies.
Oh.
Especially because Pinkie Pie and the weird online brony stuff. Not and the stuff that's making fun of My Little Pony or like doing weird creepy art. Pinkie Pie is the cutest one, so she's always terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah. I've watched a lot of brony content lately, actually.
That's worrying.
Between Izzy and
okay.
yeah, a lot of people like to talk about bronies because they're interesting.
Got Cherry Fizzy. He's Earth type.
Okay, and then I got one here that's called The Sun and the Moon, which has a really spooky name.
Yeah,
it's a foil. Did you get a foil?
See, I think. Do I just skip to the back?
I think I got a rarity boosted. Oh yeah, skip to the back, buddy.
I did not get a foil, but I did get an apple cider, and it's kind of
nice.
got a. This is a nice. That's a nice still.
Is that a person? Is that a pony? Oh no, she looks like is she drunk on apple cider?
I hope so.
You're not getting it to focus at all, because that looks like Pinkie Pie.
This is not a good camera, by the way. This is a Logitech webcam I bought in probably.
Oh hey, I've got the same.
2010.
I had the same one. Mine died. So yeah,
is this my rare? What are the rarities?
I don't know.
How do I know if this is?
Well, there is straight up a pony called Rarity too. Let's see. So that is Pinkie Pie. So that card's name is Apple Cider, but that pony is not Apple Cider. I mean, my favorite thing about this is I've played a fair amount of trading card games, and these are relatively dense. They all have at least one keyword. They all describe the keyword entirely.
I will say I like the card back. That's very nice.
It's really pretty.
I don't think the cards themselves look very good.
I like the design. I get that why they use stills from the show because it's easy.
Stills from the show.
But I actually like the card formatting myself.
I don't know. There's too many gradients that look like a straight out 2002. There's too many.
I dig it.
I don't think these icons in the top left.
Well, they're fairly confusing. There's a lot of small details going on. I'm not exactly sure what means what. I guess that we're not in the.
Again, I'm going completely just off the visual appearance because I don't know how to play this game.
Yeah, I don't. Because isn't the whole point of My Little Pony that they solve all their problems with friendship and not violence?
Yeah.
These cards seem like they're pretty dedicated to violence.
Mm-hmm. This guy's a blocker.
Okay, which that implies violence. Interesting. So yeah, some of the okay, this one. Hold this one up. This is my favorite one. Quartz. Concerned mother.
Oh, I bet she's roughly the size of a human mother. That's probably good.
There are so many different ponies in just this hand right here. So we're gonna, maybe next episode we'll do a little research and we'll come back with what these cards do.
Next time we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh.
Today was
those are significantly more exciting.
So here's the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is I played Yu-Gi-Oh.
I did
as a very young child.
Yeah, 5th grade for me. That was all the kids would.
I wasn't allowed to collect Yu-Gi-Oh, but some of my friends had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I played with them.
My mom did not like Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was an insane game.
I remember her looking through the cards and these are deep.
It seems kind of evil, because evil's cool. That's what they don't tell you when you're a kid. Is the devil's cool.
The evil is pretty cool. Even now, my mom has trouble. Even now that my livelihood is involved in games, I had her try Arcaxer, and when she saw the caster for the first time, the first thing she said was, "Oh, it's so evil."
I will take that as the compliment it is. Yeah.
Like, you can't complain about this kind of stuff anymore, Mom, because this is how I make my money now.
This is how you make your money. This is how you pay for rent. Okay. Let me go back to GDC here.
Yeah, we're going back.
All right, so
that was our little.
we just slept on the Ovo skin. That was a good time.
Okay, so let's go through our day by day. So we got there.
I don't remember day by day.
We got to our hotel, which you guys.
I loved our
You
hotel.
guys were here for
great.
when we
picked it out. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we picked it out on stream, and it was exactly what it was. It was a bed, and it was a toilet.
And it had a TV.
And it had a TV.
An extremely basic.
I didn't actually think it was gonna have a TV.
That was surprising. I was hoping it would have a fridge. I knew it wouldn't, but I hoped it would.
The bed was literally the hardest bed I've ever slept on.
I slept great. I learned from that night that I actually like a firm mattress. So there we go.
I do not. It felt like I was sleeping on this desk, this hardwood desk, with like this much foam.
It felt like a pretty firm box with some foam padding.
Yeah.
One thing I did learn, besides the fact that I like a nice firm bed, is that Anthony yips like a dog in his sleep sometimes.
I do. I bark like a dog.
He's saying it's not just if you have ever had a dog, it is like when a dog is asleep and its foot starts to twitch and it starts to yip. And
I bark.
It was exactly that. And it was because I woke up from his foot like shaking, like kicking or something, and it wasn't exactly barking. It was just distorted talking, but like it sounded like bark. It was like
I'm just in distress all the time.
And then I went back to bed.
Yeah.
Anthony is a chihuahua. Yeah,
okay. So anyway, the bed sucked, but okay. I gave them a 5-star review because
for the price it was amazing.
Okay, so one, the building was super old.
Mm-hmm.
It was old. It was kind of smelly.
It smelled like damp, but in San Francisco, everything smells like damp.
We thought maybe the owner of the hotel was a ghost.
He did. Oh, I'm not sure if he was the owner or the guy who was running the front desk, but he was always there.
He was the only one we ever saw. He was always at the front desk,
smiling.
There was never anyone else in the lobby, and every time we came back, he'd step out from the front desk and he'd stand there and he'd just kind of like smile at us.
He was very attentive. I mean, I talked to him a lot. I feel like maybe Anthony got hexed by the ghost because he wasn't as
that's probably why
vocal with the ghost as I was, and I was very friendly with the ghost. Yeah. So he talked. So he didn't hex me.
So
always tip your ghosts.
But I gave them 5 stars because it was very cheap.
A lot of people, on the reviews were like, "This hotel is cheap," and like, that's the
point. No, you pay.
When you paid half the price of the next.
You paid $70 less than everything else in the area. Yeah. What do you think was going to happen? You knew what we were getting into.
But yeah, for the price, it was very safe. The neighborhood was super safe. Yeah. There was a person at the front desk the entire time. Very quiet. It was kind of. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was empty. I always saw someone in the hallway, but it was real quiet. Yeah. I think most people like us were just there to be in the city, and then sleep in the room, and then go back out and do stuff.
We were barely in there anyway.
It was a lot more fun.
It was a locker.
Yeah, it was a locker. It was a locker. Yeah,
it was a locker. So yeah, hotel was fine, and then the first day we didn't really have anything scheduled. The first day we kind of just walked around the expo floor.
No, that was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got in Tuesday night. That was fun. We didn't get into a party, but there was just a lot of people who also didn't get in, so we talked to a variety of people. Mm-hmm. That was a good time. We met 2 different distinct VR developers from Berlin who were not together, as I assumed, and felt bad about later. We met a couple. Oh, we went to a metaverse party. There was. We avoided talking to anyone who was too angry about anything, so that was a fun time.
My favorite part was we met
Peter. Peter was great.
Yeah. We were just trying to go to anything that had to do with VR, and metaverse was close enough.
Yeah.
And when we went there, someone was holding up a big sign that said, "What is the metaverse?" And I just wrote "spicy VR chat" on the sign.
And it got underlined.
It got underlined by 3 different people.
Yeah.
So I had the best.
Nailed it. Yeah. And that was different than the first Metaverse meetup, which the Metaverse Mixer or whatever, which I tweeted about. I don't remember who put it on, but we met a great guy from the Netherlands named Peter, but he's also from Ireland, so he had a very complicated accent.
Oh yeah, that guy was interesting.
But he was good. Yeah, he was marketing or something. But yeah, he was very friendly. Then we met someone else from a VR company who was there. I met him at the bar because we were both standing there politely. Jason from Row 2. Mm-hmm. He was great. We actually ran into him a couple times throughout the week. That was fun. We kept running into the same VR people.
I think it's because all the VR people kept going to the same
events. Stuff. Yeah. was a good time.
which is weird. The weird thing was that we kept meeting that was it Sven?
Sven, yeah.
Sven?
He was second brother.
He wasn't even a VR guy, right?
No, he was. He was.
Oh, he was? Yeah. Okay. So I guess it was weird that we met up at the mocap mixer.
That was weird, yeah. We went to a mocap mixer because one of our friends from college does mocap. And we actually ran into another VR developer whose name escapes me at this point. But yeah, so we ran into several people at very unrelated parties.
Yeah.
It was a good time, though.
Yeah, it was nice. Like, I felt like we were in a simulation and it was just reloading the same few NPCs over and over.
Yeah, you might have a point on this one.
Yeah.
For you.
But what? Okay, can we talk about the Hotel Berlin issue?
What was that?
Oh, not Hotel Berlin.
Hotel yeah, that one was frustrating.
Oh my god.
So we waited in line in a very cold, misty night. Although we got...
First of all, okay, so it's Thursday. There's so many parties,
yeah.
and we found this one called the Dumpling Party.
Which
like, I want dumplings.
Tickets were open.
That sounds awesome.
Said that you're good to go.
Yeah,
on Eventbrite.
We went on Eventbrite the day before. Okay.
Yep. So we figured, we planned ahead.
Yeah. We got our RSVP, and I assume, stupid me, that when you click RSVP on Eventbrite and it says here's your ticket, that you have a ticket.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, that's not how it works. We Uber like 20 minutes across town to this sketchy part of town. It's at this warehouse. There's already a huge line out front. We're there 20 minutes before it starts, which was at 7. And then we're standing in line, and like an hour goes by.
About 8:50 or 7:50, yeah, when we started asking questions.
Yeah.
Anthony's got to pee the entire time.
I literally, as soon as I show up, I'm like, I gotta pee really bad. So I hope we get in there soon. An hour later...
They've let about 3 people in.
Yeah.
The line's moved about 7 feet from people leaving.
And the whole time, their guys are coming out with cameras, like taking pictures and like trying to hype us up, like going dumplings.
Literally got a chant of dumplings going.
Yeah, and they're taking pictures of this giant line out front.
Yeah.
And eventually, I go up to the front and I like go talk to one of the I go to the front an hour later.
Yeah.
A woman's arguing with the front desk guy.
Which that was our first red flag.
That's not a good sign. And
I guess that was like our third red flag.
Yeah. And then I go and talk to the camera guy that's taking pictures of the line in the street. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Has this thing started yet? And he's like, yeah, it started at 7. I'm like, it's 7:45 though. And there's like there's nobody in there.
Yeah. And
he's like, well, you know how they got to check IDs and it's a really slow process.
Yeah. So someone at their marketing team had an A+ idea to open up tickets to everyone and then only let in people that they had already invited.
Yeah.
So they can get a picture of a line.
We're literally there until 8. So we were there for an hour and 20 minutes at this point. The line has not moved. So it's very obvious like something's wrong.
And then a bouncer, unrelated to the event, just a guy working security, comes out and says, hey guys, if you have this ticket, you're not going to get in.
Yeah, so then a bouncer comes out and says, yeah, you need the ticket from the website, and if it's just from Eventbrite, you can't get in. And immediately the whole line just disperses.
Everyone's gone, yeah.
So I think...
They were throwing a small private party, and they wanted some pictures for Twitter.
Yeah, I think...
And I do not enjoy
Well, here's the thing. I went back later, and I went down to the Eventbrite ticket, and at the very bottom, it's like, oh yeah, you have to get an email from us saying that you're invited. Otherwise, this ticket doesn't count.
Yeah.
But it's way at the bottom. Yeah. And then why not just put a limit on the Eventbrite tickets in the first place?
Why even have Eventbrite tickets?
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a real ticket. Yeah. No, they wanted a line.
I think they.
And I mean, the fact that when you asked the camera guy and he straight up lied to you.
Yeah, he was
aware of the problem.
He knew what was going on.
They just wanted pictures. So I can't remember which companies they are. We're not going to say it just because.
I'm gonna say it.
It was LeaseWeb and Paywall.
LeaseWeb, Terminal 3 Gaming.
Terminal 3. They were
Payment Wall.
And then Terminal 3 had the fucking balls to send us.
An email and then they still put us on the email list. So they sent us the pictures from the event afterward.
Of all the people that didn't get in.
Yeah.
But like there was like, hey guys, this was a great time. Make sure to come to the next one.
Don't go to those companies' events.
Don't use Terminal 3 or Payment Wall.
Don't. I saw them on the floor afterwards, and I'm like,
We gave them the evil eye.
I stood in the cold for an hour for you.
It was a rough one. Yeah, that was. But then the mixer was fun at the mocap mixer.
But then after that, we got to go to our friend Chris. He works for he works in mocap.
Yeah, I can't remember what company he's working. He just recently changed.
He used to work for XMs.
Now he does something else. But he's mocap. He loves it. He's been doing it since college. So
a really good friend of ours. He invited us to this mocap mixer, and it was they had free food and drinks, which was great. The only thing was the bartender.
Bartender was. I mean, I think either he was playing a character.
Or he shouldn't
be a bartender.
Yeah. he was kind of funny.
He was
but
aggressively angry.
we found our friend Sven there, and
Yep.
he was like, he didn't have a drink. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah, Sven. Yeah, he was so polite in German, so
Yeah.
I guess he just couldn't get through on this bartender.
I just like no. Sven was like the party is very fun, but I cannot find.
That accent's not far off. It's pretty.
It's so hard to get a drink.
Yeah.
I say you cannot just go to the bar.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And then Anthony went to the bar, and the guy was like, "What are you doing?"
well, no, the
Here,
bar
have a paper towel real quick.
the bar was completely empty. There was nobody there. And I walk up and I'm standing by myself for like a minute, right? And the bartender's just sitting there like cleaning glasses. I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm like trying to wave at him. And he like clearly sees me and he just keeps like washing glasses. And then finally I'm just like, "Hey, can I order drinks here? Or do I have to find like the waiter walking around?" And he doesn't respond. He's still dead silent, just washing the glass. And then like 10 seconds later, he looks up and he says, "See that sign over there?" And then 5 feet to my right, there's like a sign that says "Order here." I'm the only one at the bar. There's a sign 5 feet to the right that says "Order here," and he's like, "Be a great place to start." Like, okay. So I walk 5 feet to the right, and then I stand next to the sign, and he's just sitting there washing glasses still. And I'm just standing there for like another several minutes until finally he comes over and he's just like, "All right, what'll it be?" I was like, "Can I just get like a bullet on the rocks?" And he's just like, "We make our own whiskey here." Like, okay, then give me one of those then.
So yeah, if he was playing a character, he nailed it.
I gotta say, I like a little edge in my bartender.
I don't know if he's just a grumpy a-hole though. Like maybe he should get a different job.
He was very hipstery. You know, he probably makes the whiskey.
It's 2022 though. Like that man's living in 2012.
It was fine.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah. At this point, I was already tired and I'm old, so drinking makes me sleepy. So I just had water, but and some sliders, good sliders.
The sliders
was fun, and the rest of the wait staff was equally grumpy. So that was fun.
I don't think they wanted that either.
And I don't know. It seems like a pretty large place. Maybe they don't normally do parties, but like they should. Whatever.
It was overall pretty good.
It wasn't a very deserted part of town. Maybe they don't usually do.
Yeah,
It was kind of out there. So yeah, that was Thursday night.
Yeah,
and then Friday night. Yeah, Friday night we got dinner with our friend Christian. Friday night was super
nice. That was just a good old steak dinner.
Yeah, with a good old friend.
Yep.
It was a good time. And then I wore a High on Fire t-shirt, and everyone else dressed up because I didn't plan ahead. I would have worn a High on Fire t-shirt if I planned.
It was a good, Anyway, we're there with friends. It's not like
I mean,
you impress anybody.
It's California, not New York. There's no dress codes.
I was just wearing a t-shirt and a leather jacket, so I wasn't much better.
Nice t-shirt though.
Yeah, it was like a V-neck.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah,
trying to class it up.
It's California business.
Yes. Other highlights from GDC. We had a nice interview with Upload VR. With
we also did one with Eric too from.
Yeah, and Eric from the Oculus. Is that up yet?
I haven't heard on Eric. I think they might have done it as a bumper for their podcast. So check though. Because I know he does like a weekly or bi-weekly podcast. And then so the video interview we did with Alex and Skiba, it was used on Between Worlds, their podcast.
Oh, so that
I need to find out if that's already up or not. But yeah, they were gonna use it in there because Upload kind of was busy.
Right. And then I know Alex is setting up some of their influencers too.
Yeah, we're gonna get some new videos for the B-Haptic support, which is really fun. If you have a B-Haptic suit, definitely check it out. I'm gonna at B-Haptics on this one.
We move on to topic 3.
Oh, and then real quick, Wednesday night, we kind of mentioned the people we ran into, but yeah, there was a very quiet party where we watched the Game Awards and talked about VR, and it was all VR developers in the room, which was actually a really cool feeling.
Yeah,
that was nice because like even at GDC, if you say flat screen, people are still like TV.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot we did that.
Yeah. Well, then it was a quieter night for sure.
Yeah. And that was one of the better nights because it was great. We were just talking to
literally everyone in that room cared about VR as much as we did. It was
better conversations with those like 7 people than a lot of the rest.
I mean, that's just true about parties. Yeah. If it's 7 people and you all have a similar interest.
I much prefer the smaller get-togethers than the super loud.
Oh, and hopefully we're gonna see. She said she might try and make it down to Indie Pop if she can make that. And if not, she is going to be at AWE, and we need to edit that video tonight. Oh, yeah. And maybe we'll be at AWE, or maybe I'll be at AWE.
Maybe, yeah. If I have the energy, I'll go.
Okay. That's okay though.
We'll see.
Fly to San Francisco.
Have we talked about being at PopCon yet?
No, but we're not really that close yet. But we're gonna be in Indiana in June, so that'll be fun.
June we have a booth. We're gonna be in the Reboot Game Awards.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone is close to Indiana, but if you happen to be at PopCon, we will have a booth there. It's mostly for the judges to play the game, but
I mean, it is a video game sub festival.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to come by and play the game, I doubt the judges will be playing 24/7.
No, probably not. And it'll be at least it's another good reason to get out of the house.
Mm-hmm. I've never been to Indiana.
I've never left the West Coast. So
really?
That'll be interesting.
Oh wow.
Indiana,
this is like
I've never been to a middle state. Yeah.
You don't even know what the other side of the country looks like.
No, I don't even know. I'm not even sure it's real.
Yeah.
We'll find out though.
What if it's not?
Then I'll find out. Yeah.
You look outside and the plane's just circling California, and we just land somewhere and
gonna start digging through all the walls. Like, where does it say "Made in California"?
Mm-hmm. Everything's California. It's a lie. It's all California. I went to Copenhagen. It was actually just a little town in Big Bear.
It's just Northern California.
To, yeah. They told me, like, everyone, use accents. Do the accents.
Guys, it's Netherlands today.
Yeah.
Copenhagen now. Let's go.
Here he comes. Wow.
A very boring Truman Show.
Yeah.
I guess Truman Show was kind of
This is basically just Truman Show.
Like, the movie was good, but like if the TV show, if I were watching the Truman Show, I would change the channel.
If this was a Truman Show, this would be the most boring Truman Show.
I mean, especially like right now, so much of the Truman Show would be podcasts. Like,
yeah, why would you watch a show?
The 2020s would be a really bad time. Well, I guess people going slowly insane inside their house.
What's he doing? He's having microwave soup again.
I guess Bo Burnham kind of did his own little tiny Truman Show, and that was fairly interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so maybe 2020s, some good melodrama, slow burn.
Okay. So yeah, that was that. Now do we go to number 3?
Yeah, let's move on to number 3.
Number 3, Aaron is now working for Well Played Studios.
Yep, so that's our publisher. We've been working with them for a very long time.
Yeah, so this is we're in a very confusing situation where we both work for our publisher and then our own game company.
Yeah, but yeah, it's really cool. We still get a lot of autonomy. We still have financial incentives to work hard and do good stuff, which is really cool. But we both get a lot of stability, and we both get to make video games full time, which is great.
Basically, what it comes down to is Aaron doesn't have to do contract jobs for other companies anymore. Now he's getting I
can work just 1.5 jobs now instead of 3, which is pretty cool.
And then we do side projects for Well Played, which can be anything from like something for like Paramount Pictures, corporate activations, fun stuff like that. And then basically in our downtime, they're just like, all right, and then work on whatever else you want. So whenever we don't have a project to do with them, we get to work on our own games.
It's not really, it's not that different for me, but a lot less gear grinding, and I can eat food like every day of the week now.
I know, it's great. Yeah. No more instant ramen.
I mean,
some instant.
Still some instant. That's just
it's
lazy.
good.
Because I'm lazy though, and I like
to get like a cracker.
I get the spicy ramen.
Just eat the whole noodle like a cracker.
No. Yeah. My sister did that in like 3rd grade.
It's pretty good.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
Also, I get the udon noodles. They're real thick boys. I don't think that would.
Oh yeah, you gotta crunch through a lot of noodle for that.
Udon's better though.
So yeah, he gets to eat. That's good.
Really good. But yeah, that's definitely gonna let us focus a lot more on our next project, which is it's in pre-production, and we have a couple meetings before we decide exactly what it's gonna be. But I've got some concept art and a sculpt that I'm gonna share today in the art channel after this goes live, so you can see what we're working on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could go one of 2 ways, and both are pretty neat. So yeah, it just depends on.
Or it could go both ways.
How a couple
depending on.
Go. Well, okay, but it can't go both ways at once. We're only 2 people.
Yes, we need more people.
We might need more people.
If we're able to get more people.
I mean, if we can get a lot of people, then we can go both ways.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty weird, but it'd be cool. Well, I wouldn't. I don't know. I like being you and me. See,
I wouldn't mind another programmer I could boss around. You know.
You wouldn't be able to boss around.
Well, yeah, you make a binary tree. That's what I'd tell him.
That's just wasting time.
Yeah.
You're gonna hire someone and then waste their. That's coming out of our pocket. If we get someone else, you cannot have them make your binary.
Is this even part of the project? Well, no. Your program. We do binary trees, right? That's thing junior programmers do?
Yeah.
What would you tell a junior artist to do?
I would say go make a binary tree, but it would be like
But you draw
a
it
hub filler.
like a
Well,
picture.
no, because there's binary trees in the hub.
Yeah. You make
Drawing, it's 3D.
you do a picture of it. 3D.
You think I make pictures?
Yeah. You make pictures and they come to life. It's like a storybook, right? You draw them in a magic storybook and then they turn into models. Is that? Yeah. That's how it works. I've never seen them make a model before, so that's kind of how I pictured it.
You know, I did like all those cartoons in like the thousands or something, and it popped up. That happened a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Beetleborgs. That's why I like the villain on that one because he was a comic book artist.
Chalk Zone. Remember that?
What?
Chalk Zone.
No, I never saw that.
It was about a guy and he would draw chalk drawings and then they'd go to Chalk World. They were all.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. And I feel like a lot of commercials had stuff where you would draw something and it would pop up and then buy a Capri Sun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Buy a Capri Sun.
And then I go out and buy a Capri Sun. So
I would. Yeah. It was not like Capri Sun that much.
Really?
A little more of a Kool-Aid.
I like Kool-Aid too, but Capri Sun came in the futuristic pouch.
Yeah.
And if you drank enough of them, you turned into the silver water monster.
Yeah.
I never did. I tried. I kept trying.
Yeah, I did try to. But that's good.
Yeah. So that's 3 and 4 right there.
Yeah, basically covered it. And then for number 5, I just wrote chicken.
Yeah, because he sits there in front of the keyboard, so he gets to choose.
I get
what
to
gets
write
typed.
what's in the notepad.
So sometimes one of our notes is just chicken.
So what I was hoping we'd discover what chicken was by the time we got.
He did
to
say
it.
we'll figure out what chicken means when we get there.
So
And,
what
I gotta
does
be
chicken
honest,
mean?
I feel like we've gotten further away from the concept of chicken. Yeah.
Well, I had chicken for lunch.
You did have chicken for lunch. I had turkey, which many people would call the chicken of the larger birds.
Chickens are birds.
It's pretty cool. Big fan. They fly. When I was a kid, a variety of people I knew had chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I've raised a lot of chickens. I've killed a few. Doesn't feel great killing something that you named, but farm life's hard, man.
You know what we haven't done? I haven't clicked a button on the soundboard.
That's true. We haven't done a single soundboard thing.
What kind of sound do you want?
Give me something funny, something uplifting.
All right, how about this guy? No, that's not what I want. This one.
The video editing now.
Yeah.
You
Oh no! There's a visual component, so I have
Yeah.
to actually do work now.
Yeah, and but that's the end of the podcast. You played the in sound.
Yeah. We are at 42 minutes.
No, it's actually shorter. I felt like we rambled longer.
I know. That's
It's
usually
pretty
about,
tight. No, it's about 45.
about the length.
We got 3 minutes more.
I feel like, well, I did
rapid fire.
I did tease that I would drop something about Arcaxer 2.
I mean, yeah, we just
That's
did that. It's in development.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Well, it's in pre-production, so it's either going to be Arcaxer 2 or Party Pals. It just depends on the meeting.
I did want to talk a little bit about my my ideas for the systems in Arcaxer 2. That because nobody knows anything about the game. It's a mystery. It's a black box.
That's true.
One thing I've been playing around with is a full party system. So obviously in Arcaxer 1, you could have summons.
Yeah.
And that was the only time you really saw the other characters join you in the story, either if they were a forced summon, they were just there at the beginning of the fight, or if you had a spell, a hack that summoned them. So for Arcaxer 2, I wanted a full party system.
Yep.
Where you actually have characters that join your party throughout the story. You have a party interface. They have their own equips, own health, and then their own loadout of skills.
Yeah.
This game will actually have spells and hacks.
Okay, there you go.
Which is, ooh, that's a twist. What's that all about?
Now you can no longer get in trouble for saying spells.
I know. Spells are canon now. So basically how that works is you'll have X amount of party members on the field, and you'll either be able to control all of them manually or control one and then have the other ones fire their spells automatically.
Yeah.
And then on the enemy turn, they will target one of your party members. So they'll have health, and their health will matter. As opposed to the summons in Arcaxer, where they're kind of just like attacks that go off every turn. So they'll actually have their own health pool, so having a tanky party member might be useful. You could have things like taunts.
Yeah.
So
well, then this is actually the first time that we've really talked about it.
Yeah.
And I've already got some fun ideas, because like, Anthony was talking about maybe like if your guy gets targeted, you get pulled into their body.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe your main avatar gets the regular Arcaxer combat, and maybe for if someone else gets targeted, there's maybe a mini game or some other sort of mechanic whereby like you, the avatar, not you, the player, or you, the character, you, the person that's controlling the whole thing, functions a little bit differently with the side guys. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
But that could be fun.
Yeah.
Well, especially, I mean, once you get in there and start messing around, it'll be a lot more apparent what does and doesn't work.
Yep. We'll play around with it a lot. We can even have modes where if you do want to play it more like a regular RPG, maybe you don't dodge with your other characters. You let them get hit.
It could be, yeah. Or I always like the idea of like puppet stuff. So maybe like your turn, the player character avatar, you're in first person, and then it pops you out into third person, and you get to make them dance.
That'd be kind of cool.
Be fun, especially if like depending on whatever system we're working on, they might actually have more complicated hand tracking by that point, so they could do something pretty neat or weird.
Oh yeah.
So that could be fun, and especially like if you yoink them too hard, they hit the ceiling and they take damage. Well, this is making me laugh already. I know. That's really my usual goal.
That sounds hilarious. Actually, I think we should do
I
this.
think the breaking puppet system is the way to go.
I like this.
Actually, yeah, because you that way you gotta finesse it.
Yeah,
this is great. Okay,
but we're no puppets.
New idea. Sold. Write it down.
All right. I don't know what window I'm in. I hope I didn't do anything. The recording is still going.
Okay, it's still going. Okay,
we're in there.
And then wait, did you? No, okay, you didn't mute us. Okay, because whenever I clicked, I type one word into the wrong window on YouTube, and suddenly it is muted. New window that I've never seen before. It popped out. It's running on a different OS now. It's in Russian. Like what? How did I do that in one word?
Yep. Everything blows
every time. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. Another thing we were talking about for Arcaxer 2.
Yeah.
We want a bigger focus on big open worlds. Which means
that is one place where a junior would be really handy there.
So as headsets get more powerful, we're gonna be able to do more.
Yeah, like I love the hub. I think it's a lot of fun, but it's extremely sparse.
But imagine the hub where you could literally
times 30.
Imagine the hub where you could literally walk to the desert.
Yeah.
And it was all one continuous area.
And there's gonna be floating shit in the sky, and particle effects everywhere, and more trees, more complicated.
Imagine having to hoverboard up a long mountain road to get to Coffee Lake.
Oh, and then maybe this is something I've always wanted, like. In overworld segments, there could be overworld combat that functions differently than first person.
Yeah, I was the other thing I was thinking
more
of
puppet stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking of even having encounters in the overworld areas where it doesn't even put you into a different scene. You just shoots you into first person and you're just in the battle scene right there.
I would like overworld combat that is distinct. Maybe like either certain traveling areas or maybe once you're overleveled for an area.
Doing almost like auto combat where it's like
maybe auto combat, maybe the puppet system, which to start looking into. I mean, Anthony has to do all the brain work on that.
Maybe if you're over leveled and you encounter something, you could have an option to just like you'd literally just stay in third person and your two dudes would just.
What if you're Godhead? You could just whack it.
Smack.
It only works if you're way over leveled, but then you could just crush them like flies.
That would be kind of
fun. So yeah,
I always wanted to just pick up the overworld enemies and just kind of.
Well, and then just the fact, yeah, me too. It's the fact that we are going to be able to focus on this a lot more due to our new situation. Even at the beginning, Anthony had some more free time, but he was working on it mostly nights and weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So this one having a real dev cycle. I mean, what can we do in 2 years that we're actually working on it and not sleeping?
The thing is, we have a lot of the core systems and Arcaxer done already, which means we just get to add the good stuff.
Yeah.
Like the puppets.
Yeah.
And the multiplayers.
Although I still want to do Party Pals, which is a board game idea and fun.
We have so many ideas.
But the good news is, we're still in pre-production, and everything that we're doing is concepting, look dev. I've started on some 3D stuff, but it'll work for either system. And yeah, I think you guys are gonna like this first character that I've got in the first piece of splash art that I made. And whether it's for the board game or an RPG, it's gonna be my favorite thing ever. It's gonna be fun. It's amazing. It's really stupid. I like stupid things. They make me laugh. Okay, now that's definitely 45 minutes.
All right, we hit the time limit. We just play one more sound effect.
Bruh.
just saying like that was
Oh,
it.
you're saying that was it. Well, how about
Bruh.
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 Okay, we can cut there for sure.